chances are good.
Do you want me to say something? Welcome, everyone. Where's the mosh pit? Wow. I just wanted to welcome everybody here and let you know that there's treats, there's coffee, there's tea, there's hot water, soda, all the things there. Will is such a talented person, and every time that I go and see him, it's always in a bar situation, and people are always talking, and we never get a chance to really hear the lyrics. And so what we wanted to do is create a space for him where people would actually sit and listen to the songs and the stories that he tells. And so I'm really glad that you guys are here for this. And so I think you're going to love this. Will?
Thank you, Trevor. Now you can fly. That's okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for spending this time with me on your Friday evening. I know that the weather was hot today, and getting out sometimes in such extreme weather can be a bit of a challenge. So I'm really glad you're here with me tonight. I'll have to resist the urge to moonwalk over to that side of the stage because I am definitely a creature of habit. But I'm going to kick things off here. After high school in frosty Minnesota, we were in the dorms when we met at the piano. Never knew two hearts could open like they did. Saw them stretch and bend as we let each other in. We started to fly, roller coaster ride. Left our friends behind, we were hanging on. Upside down, I'll see you in the morning. In the morning. For years it looked like we had only started dating. We couldn't keep our hands off, slept in a single bed. But you never got the chance to let yourself explore, be the single girl you never knew before. Saw you slip away an inch more each day. Slow motion earthquake hanging on through the rubble. I'll see you in the morning. I'll see you in the morning. A rope's only as strong as what it's holding on to. You were clinging on to me, I was clinging on to you. From the outside we looked so strong. On the inside we were barely hanging on. I'll see you in the morning. I'll see you in the Thank you. Thank you very much. So, yes, tonight is a special night. I would like to thank neighbors and you all the neighbors here and all the friends here for being here. This is, like Trevor said, a special opportunity for me that I don't get a lot, is to play my original songs to a listening audience. So I really appreciate you being here. Last night I ran through the set and somebody asked me how many songs I'm playing, and I said 16, 17 if I play straight through and don't say a word. So, but I don't think we're going to do that tonight. I think because it's such an intimate environment, and, you know, singer-songwriters, you know, we like the stories. So there's going to be, I'm probably going to talk between most of the songs tonight. That first one was called See You in the Morning, and that was off my Goldfish Diaries album. And it was a fun album that I got to record with a bunch of friends in Minneapolis, Lincoln, and up and down the coast of California. And this next song is called Twin Souls. And my parents, they had a neighbor that was getting a master's in astrology right after Betsy and I started dating. And we didn't ask her to read our signs or anything, but she, the moment we sat down with her, she did, and she called us Twin Souls, so, which I thought was very nice. And I was like, that'll be a really nice name for a song someday. So a few years later, I wrote this song in 2018, to be specific. I met a woman with gray hair in a yellow house many years ago. Like a falling flare in a crystal chamber, she proclaimed, we are twin souls. I sing all day and night. I force myself to imagine you're not gone. Every moment I recite till I'm a TV with the images burned on. 'Cause you are more than flesh and bone. And heaven follows wherever you go. Fast forward to a room with friends packed in like petals of dahlias. Then diamond pines and a little girl twirling to Louis and Ella. We sing all day and night. She smiles at me and all of you is not gone. Every moment we recite till we're a TV with the images burned on. 'Cause you are more than flesh and bone. And heaven follows wherever you go. And you are more than flesh and bone. And heaven follows wherever you go. Thank you. So, yes, that song is a lot of emotions in that one. It's funny how all the different places a song can come from. I find a lot of my songs are just like these collages of different moments and images and stories from my life that have impacted me. And sometimes if there's a topic that's too close to my heart, I'll write it about somebody else's story that's similar to mine. And this next song is similar to that as well. It's called Red Robin, and this is a newer one. So. I hear you settled down in Houston with the man you met in Vegas, and your hair is not so pink anymore. And whenever we all text you, you never seem to answer, but your smile online looks bigger than before. I used to know you, Red Robin in the rain. Now you're wearing boots made of rattlesnake. As time goes by, I can't imagine the place you're in or who your friends are now. As time goes by, I can't imagine where you've gone or where you're going, my old best friend. The last time that I saw you was at Megan and Corey's wedding. We didn't get much time to talk that day. And it's funny how two people that used to share apartments could end up going such separate ways. I used to know you, Red Robin in the rain. Now you're wearing boots made of rattlesnakes. As time goes by, I can't imagine the place you're in or who your friends are now. As time goes by, I can't imagine where you've gone or where you're going, my old best. Maybe neither of us knew who we were or what to do. Maybe we're still figuring it out, but I'm glad to see you smile. It sure makes me miss you. I'm glad to see you smile. Do you ever miss me too? As time goes by, I can't imagine the place you're in or who your friends are. As time goes by, I can't imagine where you've gone or where you're going, my old best friend. Red Robin in the rain, bit of rattlesnake. Did I ever know the girl in the rain? Thank you. Well, everybody having a good time so far? Good. It sure is nice. I'm not used to this atmosphere, I gotta say. Yeah, so it feels good. Thank you all for being here. I feel inclined to do a 3-minute pause for some reason, right? All right about this. Which we could do if anybody needs to refill on their coffee and treats. Any takers? Okay. So how many of you have been to the Zoo Bar before? Yeah? All right. Well, it's one of Lincoln's gems venues. It's a haunt of many local musicians over many years. They just celebrated their 50th anniversary. And I've gone to many shows there over the last, many years. I won't even say, long time. And I don't know. It's such a special place, and there's something about the people. If you strip the people and the music away that's been there and all the stories, it's just your average dive bar, right? It's just there's nothing special about it. But when you put all those people back in there, all the musicians, and it becomes quite the magical place. And so I think that's really was the inspiration behind this song here. And I tried to fold in as much of the atmosphere of the Zoo Bar as I could. Here we go. Far from the stars when I'm close to you, I see constellations in everything you do. Outside of the bar, cigarettes like fireflies, you lean against the wall, glowing like the neon sign. You make everything mean something. You make everything feel beautiful. Smoke smells like perfume when you're close to me. Open door, music loud, it's filling up this rowdy street. Outside of the bar, guitar solos howl in the night. This hot and sweaty show is buzzing like a honey hive. Thank you. Well, I've been playing music many years. I think I started playing guitar when I was in high school, when I was about 13, and I just fell in love with it. It was actually the band Tenacious D that turned me on to music. A fun fact, there was something about those songs and to a 13-year-old that and Kyle Gass's guitar playing that just it made me get that old Yamaha out of my parents' closet and finally learn how to tune it up and start learning. So but once I started learning, it was not too long after that I started getting interested in songwriting. And if anybody here has written songs before, I know there's some people that have, and open mic nights are just such a great place because they're often a very listening environment, they're very welcoming environment, and it's a place that you can kind of figure out who you are as a musician and a songwriter if you find a good open mic night. And I found that the Crescent Moon used to be where the Tavern in the Square is, and I used to play there a lot, and also the Meadowlark was kind of where I first played. And this next song is about during that time, kind of a summer fling that happened. But the moral of the story is, it doesn't matter how much you like somebody. If they don't like you back, it's not going to work out. So as you'll see in the chorus, it takes two to really find the one. Here we go. I said farewell to her long black hair in the twilight of the Meadowlark Cafe. Out the tinted glass doors, her keys went jingling. I can still feel the sun caving in. It takes two to find the one. It takes two to find the one. You can be so ready to love someone, but it takes two to find the one. As the leaves turn brown, I thought about her laugh, and oh, how the colors of it changed. About the times and places our love refused to meet, and ended up on that dead-end street where it takes two to find the one. It takes two to find the one. You can be so ready to love someone, but it takes two to find the one. She said, hey, I gotta go. This was always casual, did you know? She was the closest I'd been to giving in, but the timing was all wrong, I admit. 'Cause it takes two, know the chorus yet? To find the one. It takes two to find the one. You can be so ready to love someone, but it takes two to find the one. It takes two to find the one. Thank you. So I've been on a mission the last, I don't know, little while, right when I write songs, trying to write kind of more, even if they're very sad lyrics, at least they feel upbeat, you know, because so I realized it's hard to have a career playing shows on Friday night if all your songs make people, the whole set, you know, want to cry. So, like right now, I'm sorry. But I also saw a really good T-shirt from another fellow singer-songwriter that writes many sad songs. And their song said, sad songs save lives. So, and I think there's a time, you know, I think one of the good things about sad songs is if someone else is going through a hard time or they're in that moment, it's good to know that somebody else has been there too, and that you're not alone, you know. So songs are still good for that. But you know, 90% to 10% sad to happy songs might be a little off balance. So, but yeah, that's one of the newer ones, that last one. So, good toe tapper. And this one's kind of borderline. This is called Gypsy. And here we go. While I'm awake and everything's clear, while I'm brave, I might as well call you. Dark roads in Iowa, sing a lonely song. I don't even need to turn the radio on. I don't know if you will answer. Don't know if you can hear me now. You're living in the city while I ramble town to town. When does distance make the heart wear out? A gypsy in a dream, camped on a hill. Gypsum flowers on the windshield. I wish I never sold that tambourine. I bought a one-way ticket and it leaves in January. I don't know if you will answer. I don't know if you can hear me. Living in the city while I ramble town to town. When does distance make the heart wear out? Got lost in a blizzard with you. Don't know if you will answer. I don't know if you can hear me now. You're living in the city and I'm off to the next town. When does distance make the heart? When does distance make the heart wear out? Thank you. Alrighty. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Anybody else want to grab a little something? Now's a great time. There's Jim brought like 65 or I don't know what 6 times 12 is, but more than 65 treats. So they're over there if anybody's hungry. And they're called, what are they called? Penny for? Petty for? Yeah. Jim said it sounds like a piece of women's clothing. I remember, that reminds me of a time like after I went to England when I was in 6th grade, my grandparents took me there and they had tea time. And so when I got back to America, I kept saying, wow, Europe is so cool. Every day they have tea time and everybody has tea and strumpets. So if anybody knows what a strumpet is, it's very different than a crumpet. A strumpet is a kind of retired word for a prostitute, so which I did not realize. But I did not know. And everybody just kept looking at me. And funny enough, you know, just like me, half the people were like, "Oh, that sounds fantastic." And probably a quarter of those people knew what it meant. Frankenstein is my brother, all patched up and sewn together, wandering back to life. Fasten bolts and tighten screws, he's learning fast to talk and how to tie his shoes. There's a piece of him that's been replaced. He's reconciling with his fate, whispering a far-off tune between the veil of old and new in the post-operation room. Frankenstein reaches out for you. His face is torn up from the tubes. He's half blind, but he'll welcome you like an old friend, smiling. Please don't mind his somberness, or if his words sound like nonsense, it's the medicine. There's a piece of him that's been replaced. He's reconciling with his fate, whistling a far-off tune between the veil of old and new in the post-operation room. Frankenstein reaches out for you. Frankenstein is my brother, all patched up and sewn together, wandering back to life. Thank you. So the last 3 times Betty has come see me play, she's like, "Can you play that Frankenstein song?" But every time I've been like, I don't remember how to play it, because some songs I write and then I have to I step away from for a while, and that one in particular I wrote and then I re-recorded this more interesting guitar part. And I wrote it on the spot and then didn't play it again for 6 months. And then, to relearn the guitar part, I had to go back and listen to the song and figure out what it was that I did. Oh, yes. There's yes. So so that song was about a real experience. Those of you that maybe haven't been at Neighbors for 5 years or so, in 2018, I had a massive heart attack. I had a bioprosthetic valve put in when I was 21. And when I was 30, it had fully calcified, and I did not know it. So I went out for a morning run, and I came back and laid down on the couch, and my heart stopped. And the next thing I knew, I was waking up in the hospital 6 days later, and I'd had multiple flat lines. And so that song is about my experience. So I played that just at a sidewalk show down in Kansas City, and there was a guy that had also been through a very intense surgery. He had a head injury, and he didn't know any of the background of the song, but he was listening to the words very closely, and when he came up, he said that song meant a lot to him, and that he could relate to it a lot. And so it was, I guess, as I was talking about earlier, sad songs, you never know who it'll relate to. And I think a lot of people that have been through some kind of a medical situation, that they can probably relate in some ways to that song. So next song is called Solstice, and I wrote this during the solstice in northern Minnesota at a place called Rainy Lake. And it was right after my wife and I had met, and we started talking, and we'd been talking, hours a day online. She was in California, I was in Nebraska, and then I was going to go to this writing retreat, and I wouldn't have any access to electronics for a week. And so I wrote this song, and this is probably the first real song that I wrote for you, Betsy. I don't know if you know that. I think you thought it was Teal Water, but it was probably this one. On the first eve of summer, tossing of a dream, came a loon's call at twilight in a half-tone harmony. I miss you, my wild and roaming spring. The sun heavy in the trees, lilacs setting in the east. The fire, it cracked and crumbled. Our bellies filled with wine. Smoke signals rose in spirals. A cotton string unwinding. I need to find the bed she's blooming on. Clouds look like cherry blossoms drifting west until they're gone. Come back, please, my wild and roaming spring. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. Thank you. Now for my most recent song. No, I'm just kidding. I love that song, but that's not the one. I can play that song. Do you guys want to hear a cover? I could play a cover tonight. Let me think of a good one. That is a good one, but John Denver. Oh, okay, all right. I'll do that one. There's one John Denver song. Good. That makes things easier. I really should learn that song. Music makes pictures and often tells stories, all of it magic and all of it true, and all of the pictures and all of the stories, all of the magic, the music is you. Music makes pictures and often tells stories, all of it magic and all of it true, and all of the pictures and all of the stories, all of the magic, the music is Thank you. Love that. That was a recommendation from Addison. I had not heard that song before she told me about it, and really enjoy it. I think it has such a great message to it. All of us have music in us, you know, and when you sing, you can't really lie, can you? You tell the truth, whether you want to or not. So, what was that? What? What? No, it's okay. It was a political. Okay. All right. Well, I have about 3 songs left for you I'm going to play tonight. I have time for. Good job. I did not play 17 songs. I played more like 8 or 9 because I've been talking so much. So this is called Whirlwind of Butterflies. I wrote it about this time of year, coming back from a gig in McCook. It was a very hot day like today, and on the highway back there was this whirlwind that I saw, and it was full of all these monarch butterflies that were kind of caught up in it. And it wasn't tearing them apart, but it was definitely had them in its funnel. And it was a very memorable image for me. So. Oh, darling, I'm overjoyed by the sound of your voice. Been waiting for so long. You're all I need and more. So I've opened up the door to tell you we belong. You're the vision I hold of growing old, a picture in my mind of a love that never dies. You're the dream I held as a child, forgotten on the wind, brought back to me again. Oh, darling, thank you for this chance to fix my broken dance, 'cause I've been so alone. You're the only one that I have ever known, who makes me feel like home to the bottom of my bones. You're the vision I hold of growing old, a picture in my mind of a love that never dies. You're the dream I held as a child, forgotten on the wind, brought back to me again. Ooh, whirlwind of butterflies. We're standing in the eye. Whirlwind of butterflies. You're the vision I hold of growing old, a picture in my mind of a love that never dies. You're the dream I held as a child, forgotten on the wind, brought back to me again. Ooh, whirlwind of butterflies. We're standing in the eye. Whirlwind of butterflies. Thank you. Yes. So, and the chorus of that song is also inspired. I remember when I was a very young child too, there was one summer in particular, it was probably in the early 90s. I don't know what it was, but there was some kind of like monarch migration that was happening, and they were just everywhere that summer. And so that was kind of the bookend to that song, was remembering. I think when I saw those whirlwind of butterflies, I think it kind of brought back that childhood, I don't know, nostalgia, the love, the free-spiritedness. I think when you're in love, that's something else that you kind of feel. So, not kind of feel, that's what you feel, maybe. All right, this song is called The Hanging Lake. You can count on breaking the train taking you home. You can count on knowing all the answers and finding you were wrong. But I don't even know my name. All these years seem to change me. Where do moments go? My, how you have grown. Where do moments go? Please remind me of your name. Looking out these windows, I see fields of mystery. Who are all these strange faces who say they're visiting? And I don't even know their names. Memories melting on my tongue like snowflakes. Where do moments go? My, how you have grown. Where do moments go? Please remind me of your name. Do you remember the hanging lake? People change. Lately I've been witness to a reoccurring dream with the same woman on a frozen path with me. And I don't even know her name. But when we dance, there is a flicker. Where do moments go? My, how you have grown. Where do moments go? Please remind me of your name. Oh, people change, but the hanging lake, I'll always remember. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's the first time I've gotten to play that song in a long time. In Colorado. Yep. That was the part of the inspiration for that song. So, it was another song that had a lot of inspiration from a lot of different places, but it was kind of about the epidemic of Alzheimer's too in our country, and dementia, and thinking about how hard that would be to lose, from both sides of it. It's so hard for the family, and it's so hard for the person going through it. And I've heard towards the end of those journeys that it's gets the most difficult. But I like to think that there's still that soul spark in there, and that connection all the way to the end. So thank you all for coming. I've got one more song for you tonight. If you like the music and you'd like to come out and do this again sometime, please sign up for the email list. I think I have 26 people on my email list currently in Lincoln, Nebraska, because I've not been very consistent putting that out and asking people to sign up. But I don't sell your information to any third parties. I just every once in a while send out shows. And if you put your zip code, I try to send relevant show emails to people too. So if I'm playing in some other state or something, I try not to send emails to people that can't go. Oh, well, that's true. Maybe I should just assume people will fly from all over. But anyways, thank you so much for coming. You guys have a good time tonight. I sure did. All right. West Coast wanderer, she was a dancer too. With bare feet she trusted anyone to drive her anywhere. A free spirit through and through. Ava was born in the month of June, flew in from the ocean one afternoon. Wanderer, red tie and a black suit, afraid of insecurity, anything out of the ordinary. Wind chime girl with a wrist tattoo. Ava was born in the month of June, made me feel like I was born anew. Wanderer, purple smiley face and number on a gum wrapper left behind. It was a formal invite. She wanted me to go on a photo shoot. Hey, Ava was born in the month of June, headed to the valley with her girlfriend Moon. Month of June made me feel like I was born anew. Oh, Ava was born in the month of June, headed to the valley with her girlfriend too. Ava was born in the month of June, made me feel like I was born anew. Ha ha ha.